Bogus.
Bogus Journey.
Hmm?
Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
I'm not familiar with their work.
It's the one where they die and go to hell.
What? Wait, what? What?
I'm just kidding.
You know that one.
Was that the Keanu Revs? Keanu Revs?
Keanu?
Is that the Keanu Revs?
That sounds like a Canadian hockey team.
Keanu Reeves.
The Keanu Revs.
His French name is Keanu Reeves.
Hi, and welcome to Probably Comics. I'm Thomas.
I'm Tyler.
Hey, I'm Link.
And this is our comic book podcast where we talk about comics. And today it is brought to you by Dr. Pepper, and Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
I think it's fair to say that Tyler's Dr. Pepper is super flat, and Link's Mountain Dew is full of carbonation.
Because what flavor is it? Yes, this is Probably Comics. We are back after
missed you.
a very long hiatus. We have missed you all, and this is also a very special occasion. It is our 25th episode.
Hey.
Does that include the crossover?
It does.
Okay.
It is It's going to be the 25th episode in the podcast in iTunes.
Yeah.
Number 25.
That the three of us have done.
That's correct. It's season 4, episode 1.
Oh, wow.
Look at us.
Probably Comics 2.0.
Nice.
And to celebrate, we have a brand new format that we're gonna do.
Shaking it up.
I thought it was
crazy.
going to say theme song.
We also do have a totally brand new theme song.
But you've already heard it by now.
I hope so.
Yeah.
That's on Tyler.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll forget to put it in. Let's explain the format a little bit. We're going to tighten up the comic review portion. So we're going to do 15 books out of our however big our stack normally is, which takes it from 26 this week down to 15.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll get in a reasonable amount of time. And then we're going to have a special segment at the end. You'll have to stick tuned to see which one we start off with.
Stick tuned.
Yeah. That's an old 90s Nickelodeon joke.
Let's start with Nightwing number 9. I think I'm the only one that read this.
Just you.
This is it's a piece of the Night of the Owls series, which is basically this old scary bad guy organization is setting loose these crazy evil undead assassins, a lot of which are related to Dick Grayson, or come from Haley's Circus. So that's
and we didn't get to talk about Batman number 9, but Scott Snyder looks like he might be retconning Batman
in a big way.
And changing who killed his parents
to
one of the owl people.
Yeah.
Nothing is what it seems in Gotham.
I mean, it's not.
Basically, this whole series is a lot of fun. I think you guys are reading Batman and Detective, right?
I'm not reading anything extra, and I had dropped Detective. So I'm reading Batman and Robin, and Batwoman, but she's not in it.
She's not.
Yeah,
right.
I'm just reading Batman and Batwoman as far as Gotham books are concerned.
Yeah. All the other Gotham books that aren't like Batman and I guess just Batman. They are just sort of showcasing individual fights. It's almost like an AVX versus for this. But this one's good. Dick gets the crap beat out of him, but he perseveres and
he's okay.
Yeah, and there's not much to it other than that it's just fun. I think Thomas and I read, speaking of sidekicks, Winter Soldier.
Oh yeah,
number 5.
Yeah, it's really fun. I'm still loving this book. Seeing Bucky and Black Widow and Doom all team up has been really fun.
Mm-hmm. Against monkeys.
Yeah, Doom is totally kick-ass, and the Red Ghost is one of the bad guys along with Lucia von Bardus.
Yeah.
And this issue kind of tied up the whole first story, and it was really great. It was super fun. Lots of action.
Yeah.
The art's really great.
Bucky was really prominent. We've been talking about Winter Soldier and that it really has been more of a Black Widow Doctor Doom book so far, but he really stepped up and he really
are they
fucking
ass.
Who?
Black Widow and Doom?
Oh no. Black Widow and Bucky are groovy.
Oh really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Shooting on Clint.
I mean,
is that a thing?
Yeah. I don't
Who's
even
Clint
think
with? Isn't it Clint with Spider-Woman?
Spider-Woman. Yeah. Totes.
All right.
Totes my goods.
Next up, we have New Mutants. Am I the only one who read this?
Yes.
right so far. Yeah.
I know that Tyler bought it, but he hasn't read it yet. It's part of the
How's those
Exiled.
Doritos, dude? Go ahead, Thomas.
It's part of the Exiled event, I guess, that's going on with Journey into Mystery right now.
Yeah, I read Journey into Mystery, but I just...
Well, I picked up the one shot, and it was really fun, so I went out of my way to pick up Journey into Mystery, and I'm already reading New Mutants, and it's really fun. Basically, these, like, undead things that eat Asgardian gods are released from hell. They're being tortured by Mephisto, who is dating one of the New Mutants, and so...
I thought
Which one?
I thought Mephisto was getting down with Leah. Leah's a child. Never mind.
No, he's getting down with Magma.
Oh, word.
Who's Sunspot's ex-girlfriend, and so he's kind of in a funk about it. But so the general premise is the Disser, is they're called, I guess. They come back and they're ready for the last portion, which apparently is this forgotten Asgardian god who's escaped to Midgard, and he says this ancient spell that he bought a long time ago that. Basically, if it were a role-playing game, all the characters die and they have to roll new characters. So Thor is like an auto mechanic, and Loki is some like brat kid, and like it's really funny.
I'm really excited to read it.
It's super clever, and so I don't want to get too spoilerific, but the New Mutants have been running around with Loki trying to make sure that all the Asgardians can remember who they are and they can right this wrong and then take out the Disser.
It's basically Asgardian House of M.
Sort of, yeah. It's really, really fun, though. If you haven't been reading it, there's only 3 books right now. One's a one-shot that I don't think sold out. You can probably still go get it.
I got it.
Then Journey into Mystery, then New Mutants.
Then there's another Journey into Mystery, and then another New Mutants, right?
Correct, yeah. But it's really fun. I'm liking it a lot.
Up next, we've got Avengers number 26. I think everyone read this.
Yep. I did not.
Okay.
I'm only reading the new Avengers tie-ins because the Avengers tie-ins weren't that great.
This one's pretty good.
Yeah, it was all right. I like that they sort of focus on Protector,
Protector is going to be a big deal in the next issue. Isn't this the one where Thor threw his hammer into the Phoenix and got some of the shit off of it? Is that what happened in this book?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Protector is going to take everybody down. All the Avengers.
Because of the Kree,
the
right?
Kree want.
Because the Kree
he has
want the
made a
Phoenix.
deal with Supreme High Intelligence, which I just
Now
read
you know
that
what it
in
is.
Fantastic Four.
That's right.
Awesome.
That's why Hickman has to be heavily involved.
The
because
shit. Yeah.
He did all the Kree shit. This has been really good. I think that it's like it's AVX. It all runs together. It's hard to talk about one without talking about the other one. But Walt Simonson's art on Avengers is amazing. It's fantastic.
It was nice.
It's like he's a legend as far as I can tell. Walt Simonson.
It sounds like an old school comic book
He used to draw
artist.
Captain America, like he was like a big deal. And this was, and he's. I mean, it's been really, really solid. It's like, and that's coming off of the shitty art that remember, like not 2 or 3 issues ago. It just kept on repeating panels, and it was bad. So that's really exciting. But I mean, it's Avengers versus X-Men.
Yeah, it's just more. I do want to note that like this title specifically and others have made me sort of realize that they're really actually thinking about this, like as opposed to like Fear Itself, which was just shit,
bullshit. Yeah.
You know, like just diarrhea.
No, this is
well,
a
you've
big
got
deal.
you've got more than one creator involved with it, whereas Fear Itself was like Fraction, and it was all his thing, and he's just not that great. And then this has like all the major architects involved, which has me really excited about it.
Fraction is barely involved.
Yeah, I wonder why. Fear Itself. And so to see all these creators heavily collaborating on what they're doing and trying to bring all their stories together is really neat. So I'm very happy with it so far.
Next up, Daredevil number 13.
Hell Knight.
These are the best covers, man. These are so good. Since Opeña quit drawing the covers for Uncanny X-Force, Daredevil's covers are like dynamite.
I really liked this issue.
Oh
a lot.
yeah, this was awesome.
I'm sick.
I'm finally in.
Here's my qualm with Daredevil. Daredevil, everything that goes wrong for Daredevil just ends up being some kind of a ruse that he has decided to do. Everything that's happened to him in this entire run has been like, well, it was me, huh? And like that's it's getting old. Like I'm sick of it. Like this was, I was like, ooh, what's?
They've got the Omega Drive.
Yeah, Shield took him down. What are they gonna do? And then it's the Avengers, and I was like, Okay.
You didn't have to hit me in the face.
Yeah.
But Wolverine totally did because it was awesome.
But other than that, it's really, really good. I'm really excited for where it's going because up until now we've had like lighthearted, almost manic Matt.
Yeah.
And we're about to get depressive Matt because he's starting to go
and
crazy.
He's always better that way.
Yeah, he's gonna start getting super brooding, and he's gonna start getting super brooding. I'm really excited about it. I'm ready for the Omega Drive to go away.
Yeah.
It's been
Definitely.
what 5 issues now. I'm over it.
Oh, probably
and 5
more.
issues plus 2 issues of or an issue of Punisher and an
plus
issue
the
of
crossover.
Avengers.
So I'm ready. Hopefully we can move past this and do something else.
I do, man. Foggy Nelson makes me so sad. He is the saddest little character in the whole Marvel universe.
I love Foggy Nelson.
No, he's great, but he's just like his best friend in the world makes his life living hell.
He's a punching bag.
Yeah.
That's like why he's there.
Yeah, it sucks.
Ugh.
Next
Foggy. up,
we got Avengers versus X-Men versus.
This is just really smart and a great way to sell extra comics. Like good, like I give you 2 thumbs up for being tricky on us on this one.
Well, so
you have to get it.
No, here's my thing. You don't have to get it. I spent $8 on reading fights.
Yeah.
With no story. And, on the cover, it's like, oh, you got Spider-Man versus Juggernaut, and then you got Captain America versus Gambit. Well, first off, Captain America versus Gambit. Who the hell do you think is going to win?
Yeah. I loved that fight, though. Like, he charged up the shield. Fucking awesome.
Yeah,
like it's
vibranium.
I mean, the thing is, like, Avengers versus X-Men is basically porn. You're not there for the story. You're there to like see awesome fights, and they deliver. Like it's every. I mean, this is what 2? Is this 2?
Yeah. This is number 2 of 6.
1 and 2 have both been like super fun. I really enjoyed both of them, even though I don't think the winners are accurate for the most part. Except for this one, but like we can say that an X-Men finally won. This is the first fight that an X-Men has won.
And about goddamn time.
Yeah.
I guess technically nobody. Well, we'll talk about Uncanny X-Men later. Yeah. Because that was funny. We'll talk about that in a minute.
I think though that they're, I almost feel like they're sort of writing in like, you assholes have to buy this. Even when they're saying, Peter is saying, well, when I fight the Juggernaut, which is all the time, this is not the first time you've seen this.
He's like steel skin and armor.
Yeah, come on.
It's just fun. That's just a fun comic book to read.
It's just $24 of no additional story is my only beef with it. It's $4 a book. Maybe if it were $2.99, I would feel a little more easier about it. But it's a full-priced book without any addition to the story, and it's just the fights. And there's enough of that happening in the main story right now that I don't feel like I need supplemental fight material.
You don't have to get it.
I know, that's what I'm saying. This is the last one I'm buying.
Okay, I'm gonna keep buying it. I'm really enjoying it. It's basically like the fighting game that I've always wanted.
Marvel vs. Capcom sans Capcom
with Avengers, because it's normally mostly X-Men in those.
Alrighty, Manhattan Project's number 3 from Image Comics.
Oh my god.
Man, this
still
is
so great.
It is.
It's hardly even worth talking about. Like it's just like
I don't know who half these people are. I mean, some of them I do.
But they gave you a nice little cheat sheet in the back. It needs to be in the front. Maybe next time it'll be in the front.
But it's good.
I love Feynman as our narrator. I love Richard Feynman in general.
Yeah.
Was a cool dude, I guess.
Yeah.
But I love the way that the characters are portrayed. I loved our little twist ending. I liked seeing Harry Truman at the Freemasons thing in the witch doctor outfit.
Awesome. I love that he I loved the splash page of FDR dying.
Yeah.
He just slumps over and dies. And they stab him in the face with a needle.
What are they trying to do?
They pulled his consciousness out, basically, made it an artificial intelligence.
They downloaded him to magnetic tape.
Yeah, and he's spitting out on ticker tape. Yeah, he's spitting out ticker tape with the only thing we have to fear is ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really really good. And then the way that Hiroshima happened according to this history. He was like, "Don't drop that bomb." Huh?
Drop the bomb?
I can't hear you. Did you say drop the bomb? No, do not drop the bomb. Oh, okay, drop the bomb. All right.
I can't hear you.
It's brilliant. I'm like Einstein is a asshole.
Oh, he's great though.
And he's just like.
Do we think he's the hero of this in the end?
Yeah. We'll have to find out.
Yeah. I think he is. I think Einstein's going to be the guy that comes up with the big thing that changes the whole
book. I hope it's him and Feynman.
Feynman is kind of a little bitch in this book.
Oh, I know. He's a little pretty boy.
And like with it, like when he's like doing his Stuart Smalley shit in the mirror and like the
I
second
love
one is, but yeah, it's really. I mean, Jonathan Hickman, man, you just can't go wrong.
I'm not gonna lie to you. So I didn't know. I couldn't remember who Richard Feynman was, but when I looked him up, I was like, oh, dude from Symphony of Science.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think nature's imagination
He's
is so much greater than man's.
He's a particle physicist.
She's never gonna let us relax.
It's good. Okay.
Adventure Time number 4. Yeah, I just.
God damn it.
I forget.
Is
Like
this-
honestly, I expect you guys to stop reading it because it's
Why?
Because
Why
it's
would
the
I?
only it's the only kids book we read. So or we even talk about. So I just forget.
Is it? Yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah, I was reading Super Dinosaur for a little bit, but then I could never find
And
number 5.
I'm trying to read Mega Man, and it's hard.
I bet.
There's a lot of continuity there.
But Adventure Time is really funny. It's really great.
Oh, yeah.
It's Ryan North from Dinosaur Comics, and I've been a fan of his for years, and so I will probably read anything with his name on it, frankly. There's a book he wrote called Machine of Death that I still want to read. The premise is you just like hit a button and then it tells you how you're going to die, but it has this like hilarious sense of irony. Or when it says old age, it means like an old man's going to beat you to death with his cane.
Oh, that's funny.
And so he got all of his friends to submit short stories, and they made a book about all the people who found out how they were going to die, and then the ironic twist on it. And the man's a genius. He does a 6-panel comic where it never changes, just the dialogue, and he's been doing it since like 2007, and it's still funny.
It's still funny. Every one of them is hilarious.
So yeah, I would say regardless, as long as his name is attached to it, I will keep reading it.
Word.
And this one, I mean, like the show's really great. I love watching the show. Like the zeitgeist of the show, like the way that they speak, and the inhabitants of the world, are so clever and ridiculous. Like Desert Princess, like making a big desert princess so he could fall in that hole and then just have a big desert. And all the princesses just want to smooch Finn really bad.
Oh yeah.
But he's like 12 and it's so good. But what was cool about this issue is that one of the back stories was how the world ended.
It's about the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Really?
Why
Yeah.
Finn is the only human left.
Yeah.
So we know why.
It's like
It was
2 pages.
It was from Marceline's point of view, and she was in the forest, like watching the mushroom
as a
bombs.
little girl.
She called them mushroom bombs, and it zoomed out. I'm getting chill bumps thinking about it. And it zoomed out, and it was like the world, like nuclear bombs going off all over the world. It's really, really cool because Pendleton Ward has said repeatedly that yes, it is post-apocalyptic, and no, I'm not going to talk about it. And so it's pretty cool that they can do it here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm anxious to see if they keep on with that. Okay.
Yeah.
Next up, we got Uncanny X-Men number 12.
Number 12.
It's another AVX tie-in.
This was really good. This was the one where Namor and the Thing fought.
Indeed.
And I forget his name. What's the Apex? The Apex guy
Yeah.
The Savage.
thought they were gonna mate when
Oh yeah, and you can see Ben's face just like.
and they're both like, no. This is where this is where they go to the
We finally found someone that Namor wouldn't bone.
well, he boned somebody in this.
No.
He
what
boned
do you
2
mean?
people in here.
Oh yeah.
No,
That's
Hope is who he wouldn't bone.
He wouldn't bone the Thing, I think is what you
yeah, that was my joke.
He
Oh,
boned
okay.
he
Is
boned
it-
that fish creature.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and then the gray girl.
Oh, Hepzibah, she's
Woo.
hot. Yeah.
Man,
He
he's
bangs cats. He bangs tapeworms.
When she showed up, I was like, that counts as blonde. That definitely counts as blonde. They can do it.
Absolutely. He
He used to be with Sue Storm for a little bit there, but then it turned out I
Sure.
think she was a Kree, or no, she was a Skrull. My
Skrull.
bad. She was a Skrull in disguise, and so he didn't actually.
Everybody
bang
fell in
Sue
love with
Storm.
Skrulls, man.
Scrolls were big.
Tigra.
I was listening to a comic book podcast on the Nerdist called the Comic Book Club. Pretty funny. They're funny guys. They're in like New York, and they were talking about what superhero gets the most ass.
Namor.
None of them said Namor, and I was like, "You guys definitely do not have any credit right now because Namor clearly gets
What'd
the
they
most
say?
ass."
Tony Stark.
Yeah, they did say Tony
Lame.
Stark, which is probably not wrong. I'd imagine that he does get a bit of ass. But Namor clearly has the most sex of anybody in the Marvel U.
Yeah,
By
definitely.
far. Because he'll fuck anything. He's like fucking fish and all kinds of
Yeah,
shit.
species is not an important aspect of having sex to him.
Indeed. Because he's like, he's 2 different ones. What happened at the end of this one is when they
Oh yeah, what happened in the comic book?
they're teleporting to the moon.
Yeah.
Right? But we don't know that that's where they're going. But we find that out in AVX4.
Yeah.
Correct.
Because Hope's on the moon. Well, we'll talk about that in a second. So basically, this is a whole thing, and they're trying to find Hope, and they can't find her, and then they teleport to somewhere.
Yeah.
We'll find out later.
And now we're gonna hop publishers to the other side of the big two and talk about Justice League number 9, which I have not read a single issue of.
That's cool. That's cool. Respect.
It's good. This is like, remember when Justice League 1 came out and it was really good, and then it sucked for 8 issues? Yeah. It's good again.
Yeah, this was good. I don't know if the little like flashbacks to everybody's troubled past were necessarily like.
I kind of enjoyed it.
No, yeah.
Was the Clark Kent thing a flashback? Did that count as one? Remember when Lois Lane was taking everybody to lunch and she didn't invite Clark? She was like, "Let's all go to lunch," and Clark was like, "I guess I'm not going."
Like it's the saddest panel. Him eating a sandwich.
He was so sad eating a sandwich at his desk.
And
then Batman's like got lunch plans, and they go off and fight a battle of some kind. But
yeah.
The big reveal in this book is there's a new villain, and because he was the guy that was writing the Justice League story.
Sure.
Because he has some kind of disease, and he thought they were gods, so they were going to heal him, and they couldn't because they're not gods. So he's mad.
His name is Graves, which I'm thinking probably attaches him to Mercy Graves.
Yeah.
In some way, but
he's the new villain. He's got Wonder Woman's ex-boyfriend,
Colonel Steve Trevor.
Colonel
Steve, not important.
Yeah, he's definitely going to get offed really hard.
Let's hope so.
In the next issue, he's done. It was, but it's good. Yeah, if you need to jump on now, because it's number 9. Good stuff.
And in the end was the Shazam thing.
The Shazam thing is solid. It's just taking a long time to do something.
Can we talk about X Factor next, real quick?
Oh sure.
I never got that book in.
I
didn't bring it.
You want to squeeze it in?
Yeah, I didn't bring it. And
I thought we were gonna do our 3.
His pick. You already did yours. Oh no, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
What's yours?
Mine's Spider-Man.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do it at the end.
This is not it.
You want to do it before Saga, or after Saga?
Ooh.
Let's do it before Saga. Let's end on Saga.
Okay.
All right. Cut here.
Yeah. Justice League, good, yay. Boom, AVX number 4.
In which Hope goes to the moon and gets double crossed by Wolverine.
Ooh.
Wolverine being a dick too, like splitting words like an asshole.
Wolverine also being a badass, wearing a polar bear as a.
And he finds a trail of beer. I was wondering what Stan was talking about. I was like, "What are you talking about?"
She goes, well, it was supposed to be a beer trap, but.
Yeah. Oh, I get it.
Great.
It was Wolverine. Last issue, Cap kicked him out of the plane, and he found some beer in the snow, and was not at all suspicious about that, and got all the beer. Found Hope in a ship. Was like, "Hey, can you pilot this to the moon, please?" So he does.
Yeah.
But who is waiting for them?
The Avengers.
But everybody.
And the X-Men.
Because everyone at the same time figured out that she was going to the moon.
Yep.
Was this the book where Emma Frost got Toad to put on Cerebra?
Yes.
Yeah.
And used Cerebra through his head.
That's how they found out that she was going to the moon.
I love that.
Yeah. Well, was that this or was it Uncanny X-Men? It doesn't matter. It all runs together.
Yeah, it's all kind of the same thing.
But yeah, it's the Phoenix Force is like 10 minutes from the moon. So
Yeah.
the
You mean like 10 feet?
Yeah, the S is hitting the F, and they're all.
She's all burning and stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna. I'm excited.
Are we thinking it'll take them 2 issues for her to get it, and then the back half will be them fighting?
Is Bendis writing the next 2 issues?
No, Hickman is. Hickman's finishing.
See what I did
Hickman's
there?
finishing Act 1.
Okay.
Cool.
But I mean, you saw what I did there, right?
And I think she'll get it next issue. There will be some kind of big thing, and then number 6 will be where they find the Scarlet Witch, and she says no more Avengers.
What?
Mm-hmm.
That's the teaser for the first issue of Act 2. Is an Earth shaped like an X, and it says "No more Avengers."
House of Summers.
Oh God.
I hope so.
Now
God, I hope so.
All right.
Wow. Okay.
Now we're gonna we got 3 more books and then 1 more, so 4 more.
4. That is 4.
4 more books.
Maths.
Wait. We did. So we picked our first 9 quote randomly.
12.
We did 12.
We picked 12.
Did we pick 12?
Yeah, there were 12, and then there's 3 that we wanted to talk about.
Yeah. So each of us is going to take a little second and talk about something else that wasn't in the big pile.
It was not in the stack.
Thomas,
you want to talk about X Factor?
Sure. Yeah, I read X Factor. The this month, and it was great. It's part 2 of a story starring Shatterstar and Multiple Man, mostly Shatterstar.
This is the last, isn't it just a 2-part story?
Yeah, it's a 2-parter. Basically, there's this like fake Seattle superhero team, which, by the way, there is a superhero team in Seattle in the real world, with Phoenix Jones as its leader.
Phoenix Jones.
Dude.
What?
Yeah, have you not seen this? You should
No.
Never
totally
heard of
internet
Phoenix
this.
Jones? He's dude. He's this big old buff black dude who gets the shit kicked out of him all the time.
And
Okay.
he's been asked to not use pepper spray anymore, and like, but he's
He's
does,
fighting crime.
He does regular patrols 5 nights a week and fights crime.
That's amazing.
Along with like 2 of his buddies that dress up in costumes.
That are way less cool than Phoenix
I
Jones.
would,
Yeah.
well, that's exactly what's going on in X Factor.
But yeah, so you have these like fake ass kids who want to be superheroes, and they all start dying. They all start being like murdered brutally, and so X Factor decides they're going to investigate, but just to play it on the safe side, they only send 2 people, and it's Shatterstar and Multiple Man, and they go in very old costumes that look very ridiculous now.
Yeah, except for it's Multiple Man's costume. Like, I mean, that's
He
his
doesn't
shirt.
wear that anymore.
His shirt?
The symbol's still the same.
Yeah.
But he doesn't wear that.
Anybody looking at that shirt would be like, okay,
It's his 90s
you're
costume.
Matt Drugs.
And so they show up and pretend to not really have powers or like be superheroes. They're just like, hey, we want to join whatever your team is called. And they basically heroes start dying. You find out that it's spoiler alert. You find out that the bad guy is sent from Mojo.
Oh, no.
In the Mojo verse, man, I love Mojo.
Is that the big fat Jabba the Hutt looking thing that?
With the spike thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's got the robot legs.
What's his name? Scattershot?
Scattershot is the bad
He's
guy.
the villain?
He's sent by Mojo, which Shatterstar was trapped in the Mojo versus.
What
like
is
a gladiator
Shatterstar's
for a long time.
thing?
Teleporter.
He can teleport, and he is badass. He has swords.
He's
and
just
junk.
just a general badass. He's got those sweet blades that come out of his sleeves.
Yeah, dude.
Those are awesome.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So, at the end, of course, Shatterstar wins. But it makes me think that they're setting up a big Mojo arc in X Factor, which I'm really excited about. He's one of my favorite X-Men bad guys of all time. So, X Factor, awesome.
And there was that weird last page with the psychic kid.
Oh, yeah.
Where he like a
Farsight.
Yeah.
He so the none of them have powers. None of the imaginary superheroes have powers, but one of them has this guy that comes to him and gives him visions because he wished for it. But the point is, be careful what you wish for, because he's getting these visions that he doesn't want. So he finds out what happens to the rest of the team and how they all die.
Yeah.
And then shoots himself with leaving a note that says, "I didn't want to see anymore."
Yeah. Basically, it's the plot. Basically, it's the plot of Kazam.
Skittles. My eyes.
Be careful what you wish for. Oh man.
We tried not to talk about Shaq.
It's
but,
never too early to bring back that joke.
So Tyler, what did you read?
Oh man.
Link read it too, right?
Oh yeah.
I think I read Fantastic Four 605.1.
Golly.
And
Golly.
what's so rewarding about the Fantastic Four from, I think, what did I say, 570 is when Hickman started?
Mm-hmm.
What's so rewarding is that we're done. He's done his big arc. Like he told the story that he wanted to tell. It took him like 50 issues.
Yeah, 3 years.
And but that story's told, so he's on the book until the end of the year. Every issue that he puts out from now on will be a 1 or 2 part story that's just like in, out, done. What's up, bro?
What's going on?
All right, my lad.
So Marvel, doing the lame-ass Point One initiative, and has completely forgotten what the point of it was, because it was originally like,
which is great,
a
because
jump-on point.
They were shitty at it.
Yeah, and now it's just like, well, whatever.
The Point Ones have been great lately, though. They're just like, maybe we can tell some extra story.
Yeah. So there's basically 605.1 was an Elseworld story, where we get what if the Nazis had won World War II and the Fantastic Four were part of Nazi Germany. Reed Richards is like Dr. Richards, and he's like he's Hitler's #1 main dude.
Scary dude.
He's really scary. There's something about Reed Richards that he's just like an inch away from being a bad guy. Because every other incarnation of Reed is bad except for 616 Reed.
Yeah.
Every other one's a villain. But so he's like the #1 dude. He's like, well, we're gonna go into space because we're the Nazis. We're gonna be the first ones into space. So Dr. Richards is gonna get everybody into space. He gets Johnny and Susan Sturm.
Yeah.
Because they were the most badass of all of the Nazi fighters.
Like kids in like
they're
Hitler Youths.
Yeah, they're Hitler Youths, and they're badass and kicking ass. And Boston, which is one big concentration camp in the United States, is housing best Jewish pilot ever, Ben Grimm.
Yeah.
Benjamin Oscar Grimm.
What's it called? New Berlin.
New Berlin.
Boston is now New Berlin.
New Berlin. And it's the origin. They go into space. The hook is that Dr. Von Doom is like under Reed Richards. He figures out how to shield the ship properly, same as in the original story. But this one, Reed decides that, I like your brain, I'll have it, and cuts his brain out and puts the parts that he likes in his own head. And
That's not how science works.
Well, it's not. They're Nazis, so it does work that way.
Nazi science works that way.
And so they go up into space. They get powers. They're different. Reed Richards is like a telepath now. Like he's got super high brain functions.
Johnny is
Iceman.
Yeah.
Susan is Firewoman. Ben Grimm is a monster.
He looks really. It's instead of the thing being made out of brick, it's if he's like made out of slate.
Yeah, he's really scary looking.
Yeah.
And they put him on display
awesome.
and do all this stuff. And then something, I don't remember why, something happens and that universe ends. And Reed Richards is left alone to create a new universe.
And so, he has an Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah, he gets an Infinity Gauntlet, creates a new universe, and that's where bearded, bald Reed Richards came from.
Yeah, this is the story of one of the Infinite Reeds.
One of the Council of Reeds.
From the first two FF stories.
Yeah. I do think I like these Reeds.
It was so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. The end.
Yay,
By
Hickman,
Tyler
yay.
Mills. Yay, fantastic.
And Lincoln, what'd you have?
So there's a lot of big events going on. I think we're all reading a lot of them. We've talked about Night of Owls, we've talked about AVX, but the other really big event that's happening right now is Ends of the Earth.
Actually, this is going to get cut out, but just real quick, they're doing 2 Spider-Man events this summer.
Oh, yeah.
Because this one
Spider-Man.
this one's just like an arc that's happening.
Yeah.
And then Spider-Man is in next month, right?
Oh, yeah. Have you seen the variant cover for number 2 where it's the two of them taking their masks off each other?
I'm definitely buying it.
Super great.
I'm definitely paying $15 for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Link.
So we've got Spider-Man Ends of the Earth, and this is just a little one-shot. And it basically what happens is Spider-Man is trying to fight Dr. Octopus. Dr. Octopus has the whole world on his side, and the only person that doesn't believe him is Spider-Man.
And these ragtag superheroes.
And he also takes out all the Avengers. So there's no one to help him really except for Black Widow and Silver Sable. Right. And then he puts a call out to the whole world. And so the first half of this is about 3 or 4 heroes that help him in different countries. There's Union Jack in Britain, Kangaroo in Australia, Sabra in Israel, and I can't remember the name of the big robot guy, but he's a Russian robot guy.
He was only in it for like a second.
Yeah, there wasn't much for him
because they did not succeed.
Yeah.
Wait. Did you get this one shot? Am I the only one that didn't get the one shot?
Yeah.
I just didn't give a fuck.
It was really good.
Yeah, I just figured I'd go for it.
A lot of bang.
Was it good?
Bucks. Yeah, it was really good.
And so they fight hard and they try to do a good job.
They can't get that chip.
Yeah. But Union Jack finally does. And
you're right. Union Jack does get the.
They're trying to get the stealth chip. So they can find the satellites. But the second half was featured Tokyo's premier super team, Big Hero 6.
Amazing.
And it was everything that you would ask for. Like it was so Japanese except for the art. The art was the same.
That's true.
It wasn't like manga art or anything like that.
They had the old adult that was telling them what to do.
Yeah, they had a Zordon. They had that one guy who's in a nice suit. His name's like Mr. Oshima.
That's all he's doing is like, you need to do this. He's like safe somewhere in a compound.
Yeah, and he has there's no like, he's totally
Charlie.
Bought in. Yeah,
he's Charlie.
Yeah. And then there's like a samurai. Everybody's really.
It's super.
There's
Japanese.
a samurai guy.
There's one
this
guy
nerd
who's like
kid.
who can hack really well, and he's got like a giant robot like Big O.
It's dude,
good.
Baymax. Baymax is the name of this like Gundam robot. And there's this Nick Fury character, which is a blonde woman who flies. She's the liaison to Big Hero 6, and her name is Furuwama.
Yeah,
Furi-Wama.
I called her a waifu.
Yeah. But it was silly. It was goofy. They fight hard and they win.
God, and then Baymax like basically kamikazes, and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, he's like he killed himself to. Well, not. I mean, just try.
Yeah, to get to destroy the missile, and then he's like hanging on to waifu's helicopter.
Furiwama to Big Hero 6. I'd like to report a stowaway.
And it was
and he's like.
Baymax.
He's like sky hooking onto the back of the plane.
I had the biggest smile on my face reading that. It was so much
fun. Just a really neat.
Can I?
Yeah, you can get a lend to that. Yeah, absolutely.
It's super good. It was well worth. How much was it? $4?
Was it? God damn. Yeah, $4.
Yeah,
There's a lot in there. It was like 30 pages.
That's probably exactly why I didn't buy it. I was like, $4 one shot.
This is better than AVX Versus.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
So we have one last final book to go over, and
hey, those are
right,
gonna be worth money.
I dropped mine in the store. It's got a little corner on it.
It's gonna be worth so much money.
We'd like to talk lastly about Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples' epic Saga.
Yeah.
We don't even know if it's gonna be epic yet or not.
But so far it has been.
It's been pretty epic. It's been pretty epic so far.
Giant cat that tells if you're lying.
Lying cat.
That's all I have to say.
I love lying cat.
That.
Lying.
Lying.
I always picture it going lying. I figure it's like Garfield. He's like lying, but
I like lying. It's Diane Rehm.
You are lying.
Why are you such a liar?
Lying.
Brian K. Vaughan, Saga. When we last left our heroes and baby, they were gonna get killed by Spider Lady and
the stalk,
and then the horrors.
Scary, dude.
The horrors showed up. Horrors.
And
they scared off. They scared off the topless spider, and we find out that the horrors
just somehow sexy.
Somehow
the horrors, they don't really do anything bad. They can just make you think they did.
Yeah.
And they're the indigenous people to that planet, and they got eradicated during the war.
Yeah, they were casualties of the war between the moon and the planet.
Yeah, so they're like ghosts, I guess.
They are ghosts.
And she's
I think they even say we are ghosts.
Yeah.
They're like, it's kind of boring.
Guys, we're ghosts, okay? She doesn't have any legs. Her entrails are hanging out.
Yeah.
That's a pretty ballsy cover.
Yeah, and because she stepped on a landmine and she has no idea which sides. It was just someone's landmine and it blew a little eggs off.
And I like this edition, this character edition. Like,
yeah.
Why did,
Isabel.
Sassy ghost.
I like Isabel. I think she's a great character.
Sassy Ghost, which is going to attach herself to the main character.
She's a babysitter.
Hazel.
Yeah, because like the dialogue and god damn it, like everything in this book is so good.
Let's talk about those last two panels, huh?
Oh yeah, where he like he's dying and he asks for Gwendolyn, and she's like, who is Gwendolyn?
Who the fuck is Gwendolyn? So now we're gonna do our new segment, Indie Cred.
Indie Cred.
Where we're gonna make it, we're gonna make everything sound like we recorded it in a tin can and talk about creator-owned books and listen to Iron and Wine. So, so here we go.
It's an obscure music joke, y'all.
It's only gonna be like a quick. It's only gonna be like a quick.
What the hell, man?
It's only gonna be a quick little bit about each book. So let's get started. We got Danger Club.
Danger Club is about a post-apocalyptic world in which there are no adult superheroes, only child superheroes.
Oh, no.
It's pretty crazy, and I'm liking it a lot. It always starts off with a page from what looks like a Golden Age comic book and then goes into the Modern Age one. So it's like these very seemingly like classic archetypes of superhero sidekicks, but they're in these really gritty, gruesome adventures. It's neat.
Boom, number 2.
Fatale.
Oh my god.
Fatale just closed its 5th issue with its 5th printing of issue 1, and it's really great. This is the first book to really give me the wow moment. It was number 5. It ties everything together. It's a really solid book. Sean Phillips' art is really great. Ed Brubaker really surprised me with this in Winter Soldier, so I would say it's totally awesome.
You should probably read it in trade.
I agree. Higher Earth.
Higher Earth is basically a better hell yeah. It's in a post-apocalyptic world where going from Earth to Earth is possible and interdimensional travel is possible, but highly illegal. And if you show up on an Earth where you do not belong, the government will get you and throw you off.
Throw you off the earth?
Throw you off the earth into your old shitty earth that you definitely got away from. There's swords. People are chopping people with swords. It's fantastic.
Sounds great.
Boom Studios, $1.
$1?
Only cost me $1.
Holy shit.
Hey,
All right. So next up, we got Image Comics Hoax Hunters.
Hoax Hunters.
They hunt hoaxes.
Oh.
It's basically about what if the Loch Ness Monster and Bigfoot and all that stuff and the Chupacabra were real.
Whoa.
What would you do? You would make a reality show about how it's not real. And so it follows the hosts of the reality show who actually have superpowers.
Oh, that's okay.
That actually sounds kind of...
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, super cool. Next up, we have Nick Spencer and Christian Ward's The Infinite Vacation from Image Comics.
Oh, my God.
And Shadowline, I guess. It's about a guy who basically you have an iPhone app, and with that iPhone app, you can trade lives with anyone in any possible universe. There are an infinite number of universes.
Trade lives with other yous.
Yeah, other yous within the universe. You can also, instead of doing a life swap, you can do, what do they call it, a life share?
Yeah.
Where you go and visit another you, and basically it's like interdimensional couch surfing. So the theory is, if there are an infinite number of universes, then there would have to be one in which none of the other universes existed, because they're an infinite number, so that one surely must exist. Now, if that one exists, then it is a singularity, and if you can find someone from that singularity and kill them, it will kill them in all the other universes, because they are only a product of observation. So the idea is that Mark, our main character, the singular Mark, Dickhead Mark as the other Marks call him.
Dickhead Mark.
So is Dickhead Mark the singularity, and there are trillions of him dying all the time, and it turns out they're looking for him, so we'll have to find out. It's a 5-parter, it's on issue 4, and it is amazing.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Next up, we have a sellout from Image Comics, Mind the Gap.
Mind the Gap.
Oh, this is the one that they're like, we're going to go ahead and... We're already writing this to turn it into a TV show? Is that?
No, that's
Thief of Thieves, and we'll get there.
Oh, okay.
Mind the Gap is one of... It's that and Epic Kill came out at the same time. They both sold out that day, and so they've already gone into a second printing.
A literal sellout, not these punks are sellouts.
Right.
Oh, I get.
Okay, yeah.
I got where you're coming from.
Yeah, now I get what you were saying. So, it is a murder mystery about a girl who dies, and she's
not dead.
Seemingly, she's in a coma. She's seemingly attacked or something in a subway, and so she can go in and out of the real world as a spirit body that no one sees or interacts with, or go into this place called the Garden that's full of other people in comas, and they can all hang out.
Which may or may not be a thing, may just be in her head.
At the end of the book, it notes that you should notice the time that everything is happening. There's these little Easter eggs that are all throughout the books that are going to help everything make more sense in the end and help you solve the mystery.
It's basically the
as early
Sixth
as possible.
Sense.
It is crazy cool. I would highly recommend it if you can track it down. I know that there's still a few copies left at Kingdom Comics in Vestavia Hills, Alabama.
You can definitely just pick it up on the on your iPad if you have one.
Next up, we have Peter Panzerfaust.
Yeah.
So I found out that this one is going to be moving in segments. At issue 5, it's going to take like a 3-month break and then come back with 6 through 10.
That makes sense.
It is the story of Peter Pan as told through a World War II scenario. All the orphans are French, and they are the Lost Boys, and Peter is a lone American looking for a girl named Belle. The only time we've seen her is in a locket around his neck, and we've just met Wendy.
And on the cover of the 3rd book, she's on the cover.
Yeah, but...
It's really cool. Curtis Weeby's got a new book coming out called Debris that I can't wait for. He's outstanding. He did Green Wake. If you read that, it's supposed to be really good. I haven't read it. Next up, we have Dynamite's The Spider, which basically, to me, is The Shadow and Spider-Man Noir at the same time. If you're reading The Shadow, there's really not much reason to talk about it. I don't know why you would read The Spider instead of The Shadow, but it's
noir.
okay.
It's The Shadow without that sweet ring.
Yeah, it's The Shadow and Spider-Man Noir mixed together.
Cool.
Next up, we're going to talk about The Shadow by Garth Ennis.
Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men?
Yeah, thanks.
Shadow knows.
Lamont Cranston, Man About Town.
It's really, really cool. It's a new take, a very dark take. It's Garth Ennis. I mean, if you've ever read Garth Ennis before, you know he has a tendency to be dark and gruesome and violent and all that good stuff. So it's really great. It's only on issue 2. I'd highly recommend grabbing it if you can. Next up, we have Boom Studios Supurbia, Grace Randolph Supurbia. It's an outstanding piece of artwork. It's not necessarily about the superheroes so much as their families. So the Wonder Woman character has this like award-winning author stay-at-home dad who writes books on raising children, and then there's like the nurse who just married in and is having to get to know everyone. And so the head of all these superheroes, the Meta Legion, bought a neighborhood, like a little cul-de-sac for them all to live in, and all their houses connect to the super base underneath it. And so I think it's a really interesting take on looking at the families and the children and the wives and how they all react to it, and what their lives are like, knowing that at any time the people they love can be called away and sent into a battle they may never walk away
And there's
from.
some treachery going on in there, but I'm not sure how they're going to flesh it out in one more issue, because
They've
it's
totally got time.
It's 4.
It's 4, but if you read 3, it's 4 will be fine.
All right.
The pacing's been really good so far.
Okay.
Next up, we have Robert Kirkman's Thief of Thieves.
Boo!
Which, he wrote the story for. Nick Spencer wrote the script for it. The art is pretty cool. This issue's been better than the other 3, but it's still not that great. Robert Kirkman admitted that he wrote it to be adapted into a TV show
He got his
after the
wish.
success of The Walking Dead, so it's going to be an AMC show. Frankly, it'll be a better TV show than it is a comic book.
Robert Kirkman's just going to own AMC before too long.
Yeah, he's already got Image. He may as well get AMC as well. And next up, we have our last indie book, which is Valiant's X-O Manowar #1.
Yep.
Tyler, what'd you think?
Oh, the Valiant universe is something that's much beloved. They only do maybe 3 or 4 books at a time. X-O Manowar is I'm not sure what the actual historical business is that's going on. I think it's Roman Carthage. There's a war going on. It's definitely Rome, and then there's some other people that don't really have that much technology to fight the Romans with. These people, or the X-O Manowar dude, is in a field trying to get away from the Romans. Aliens land and start fucking shit up. He gets captured by the aliens.
Don't they always fuck shit up?
I know, right? He gets captured by the aliens, goes up in the ship. Sort of like in Halo 2 when they do the Arbiter ceremony. They have one of those things for the aliens. The alien puts on this helmet. The helmet fucks him up because he's not worthy of the helmet. Mr. Man from Carthage or wherever it is he's from gets the helmet and starts fucking up aliens, and he's the X-O Manowar. It's super fun. It's the Valiant universe.
Good. It's good.
Then you go to YouTube.
And then you go to YouTube. And then you go to YouTube.
And that's it for Indie Cred.
Indie Cred.
Yeah, Mike hates you today, dude.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. I need to bring my pop filter next time or something.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
So,
Is that like...
well, thanks for listening to Probably Comics this week. If you want to follow me on the internets, you can follow me at Uncanny Tom on Twitter.
If you want to follow me, I'm at DT Mills on Twitter.
Please, dear God, follow me. It's at link Z2. I actually need this. I need it.
What?
I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you can follow the show on Twitter at Probably Comics.
Probably Comics.
Or you can find us at Facebook.com/ProbablyComics if you're not prone to the hip new cool social media.
You know, you could just go to probablycomics.com.
Or YouTube.com/ProbablyComics. That's where you want to be anyway.
Yeah, that's probably where you found us anyway.
Yeah.
This podcast is not officially brought to you by Steve Mills, Alabama. Thanks, Dan. Talbert, Jason, Roscoe.
Oh, wait, no, I'm not supposed to whisper. I don't whisper. Whispering's overrated. You want a sweet, spicy jelly? Spicy, sweet jelly?
Cue the guitar.
Yep.
So,